Have you ever paused on the stairs, your breath catching in your chest, and dismissed it as just getting older? Have you felt a profound bone-deep fatigue that no amount of sleep can fix and simply accepted it as the new normal? What if these subtle, unsettling signs are not just the inevitable price of aging, but a quiet, desperate whisper from your heart muscle, a vital organ silently crying out for help? Now, consider this. What if the very cardiologists we entrust with our lives hold a personal secret to heart longevity, a regimen of specific nutrients they themselves take daily, a secret they understand intimately but rarely have the time to fully unpack in a rushed 15-minute appointment? The shocking and urgent truth is that for millions over 50, the heart is aging far more rapidly than the person it belongs to. That unsettling flutter in your chest for no apparent reason, the tight pressure after a short walk, the feeling that your body's engine is sputtering, these are not mere inconveniences. They are distress signals from the most important muscle you will ever own. But here is the good news, the paradigm-shifting hope you may not know you've been searching for. Today, we are pulling back the curtain on a set of powerful, scientifically validated secrets that can fundamentally rewind your cardiovascular clock. You are about to discover 8 remarkable vitamins and nutrients that have the proven potential to add a full decade or more of vibrant, healthy life to your heart. This isn't wishful thinking or marketing hype. This is the culmination of groundbreaking research from world-renowned institutions. One of these nutrients has been shown to slash the risk of a heart attack by a staggering 40%. Another is so potent it can measurably improve circulation in just 2 short weeks. And the final, ultimate secret on our list is considered by forward-thinking heart specialists to be the purest, most high-octane fuel for the heart muscle itself. Don't let another day pass in the dark. It's time you learned what they know. Vitamin C, the unsung guardian and architect of your arteries. For decades, vitamin C has been relegated to the medicine cabinet, brought out only to fight the common cold. This simplistic view does a profound disservice to one of the most critical protectors of your entire cardiovascular system. To truly understand its power, you must stop thinking of it as a simple vitamin and start seeing it as a tireless, 24/7 security guard and master architect for your 60,000 miles of blood vessels. Its most crucial mission is to defend your arteries against the relentless daily assault of free radicals. These are rogue, unstable molecules generated by stress, pollution, and normal metabolism that act like microscopic sandblasters, scarring and damaging the delicate, single-cell thick inner lining of your arteries called the endothelium. This damage is the spark that lights the fire of cardiovascular disease. It creates a state of chronic inflammation, making the arterial wall sticky and vulnerable, inviting cholesterol to latch on and begin forming dangerous, artery-clogging plaques. Vitamin C is a master antioxidant, a selfless bodyguard that throws itself in the path of these free radicals, neutralizing them on contact before they can inflict this irreversible harm. The scientific evidence supporting vitamin C's role as a heart hero is overwhelming. A landmark observational study from Harvard University, which followed thousands of health professionals for years, revealed a stunning correlation. Individuals with the highest levels of vitamin C in their blood had a jaw-dropping 42% lower risk of developing heart disease compared to those with the lowest levels. But its protective role is twofold. Vitamin C is not just a guard, it's a builder. It is an absolutely essential cofactor in the synthesis of collagen, the strong, flexible protein that acts as the rebar and cement for your arterial walls. Without sufficient vitamin C, your body cannot produce strong collagen, leaving your arteries weak, brittle, and prone to damage and rupture. It keeps your blood vessels supple and youthful, allowing them to properly expand and contract with each powerful heartbeat, which is fundamental for maintaining healthy blood pressure. One compelling study of over 2,000 older adults found that a daily therapeutic dose of 1,200 milligrams was directly linked to significantly lower systolic and diastolic blood pressure readings. While you can get vitamin C from vibrant foods like bell peppers, kiwis, strawberries, and guava, reaching the therapeutic levels needed for robust cardiac protection, typically between 800 mg and 1,500 mg per day, is difficult through diet alone. For this reason, a high-quality, slow-release or buffered vitamin C supplement, always taken with meals to ensure gentle absorption and prevent stomach upset, is a cornerstone of any serious heart health strategy. Coenzyme Q10, the cellular spark plug for a high-energy heart. Imagine your heart not just as a muscle, but as a miraculous high-performance engine that must run continuously, beating over 100,000 times a day, pumping 2,000 gallons of blood, without ever shutting down for maintenance. To perform this monumental life-sustaining task, its cells require a colossal and uninterrupted supply of energy. The source of that energy is a remarkable vitamin-like nutrient called coenzyme Q10, CoQ10. Deep inside your heart cells are tiny power plants called mitochondria, and CoQ10 is the critical spark plug that ignites the fuel within them, generating the energy molecule ATP. In fact, CoQ10 is directly responsible for generating up to 95% of the total energy your heart uses to beat. Herein lies a dangerous and often overlooked problem of aging. After the age of 40, your body's natural ability to produce this vital nutrient begins a steep decline. By the time you reach your 60s, you may only be producing half the amount of CoQ10 your heart desperately needs to function at its peak. This creates a hidden energy crisis, a primary driver of age-related fatigue and declining heart function. This critical energy deficit is made dramatically worse for the millions of people who take cholesterol-lowering statin drugs. While these medications are prescribed to save lives, they work by blocking a liver enzyme called HMG-CoA reductase. Unfortunately, this is the very same pathway your body uses to synthesize CoQ10. The result is a devastating blow to your cellular energy production, with studies showing that statin use can deplete your body's CoQ10 levels by as much as 70%. This is the key, unspoken reason why so many people on statins report debilitating fatigue, brain fog, and muscle pain. Their cellular engines are literally being starved of their essential fuel. The solution is clear and direct supplementation. For maximum benefit, it is crucial to choose the most biologically active form of CoQ10 called ubiquinol. This is the pre-activated form that is up to 8 times more easily absorbed by the body, a factor that becomes especially important as we age. The clinical evidence is nothing short of extraordinary. Multiple gold standard studies have shown that supplementing with 100-300 milligrams of ubiquinol daily can lead to significant, measurable improvements in heart function, ejection fraction, and exercise capacity in patients with heart failure, often in as little as 4 weeks. It is a non-negotiable nutrient for anyone taking a statin and a foundational tool for re-energizing an aging heart. Vitamin E, the life-saving sealant for your blood vessels. Vitamin E is the undisputed champion of fat-soluble antioxidants, a specialist nutrient that acts like a microscopic soldier on a critical search and protect mission deep inside your arteries. Its primary and most celebrated role is to prevent LDL cholesterol, which has been unfairly demonized as bad cholesterol, from becoming truly dangerous. The little-known truth is that standard LDL cholesterol is largely benign. It only becomes a menace to your health when it becomes oxidized by free radicals. Think of it like a piece of metal. On its own, it's stable, but when exposed to oxygen and moisture, it rusts and corrodes. Oxidized LDL is the rusted form of cholesterol. It becomes sticky, inflammatory, and is readily gobbled up by immune cells, forming the fatty, unstable core of artery-clogging plaques. Vitamin E masterfully prevents this entire catastrophic cascade from beginning. It seamlessly integrates itself into the membrane of the LDL particle, surrounding it with a protective antioxidant shield. It essentially rust-proofs your cholesterol, keeping it smooth and harmless as it circulates through your body, unable to cling to and damage your artery walls. The famous Cambridge Heart Antioxidant Study, CHAOS, provided breathtaking proof of this powerful protective effect. In this landmark, randomized, placebo-controlled trial involving over 2,000 patients with existing heart disease, the group that supplemented with vitamin E experienced a staggering 77% reduction in the incidence of non-fatal heart attacks. It's a result so dramatic it's hard to ignore. Beyond this Teflon coating effect on cholesterol, vitamin E enhances the elasticity and flexibility of blood vessels, promoting healthy blood flow and lower blood pressure. It is also a potent anti-inflammatory agent, helping to quell the chronic, low-grade inflammation that is now understood to be the true root cause of most heart disease. It's crucial, however, to choose the right kind of vitamin E. Many older disappointing studies used only a single, synthetic form called alpha-tocopherol. Nature, however, provides a family of 8 different compounds, 4 tocopherols and 4 tocotrienols. For the full spectrum of cardiovascular benefits, it is essential to look for a supplement that contains mixed tocopherols and tocotrienols, providing the vitamin as it appears in whole foods. A daily dose of 200 to 400 IU, always taken with a meal containing fat for proper absorption, can be a life-changing investment in your arterial health. Magnesium, the master conductor for a calm, steady heartbeat. If your heart were a symphony orchestra, magnesium would be the master conductor, ensuring every section plays in perfect time and harmony. This essential mineral, often called nature's tranquility mineral, is arguably the most important nutrient for maintaining a calm, steady, and regular heartbeat. Yet, a shocking 80% of adults in the Western world are unknowingly deficient in this critical mineral, and this silent epidemic could be the hidden culprit behind a host of cardiovascular issues, including heart palpitations, arrhythmias, muscle cramps, and stubbornly high blood pressure. Magnesium's magic lies in its role as nature's own calcium channel blocker. Inside your heart's muscle cells, a delicate dance constantly occurs between calcium and magnesium. Calcium is the go signal, telling the muscle cells to contract. Magnesium is the stop signal, telling them to relax. When you have sufficient magnesium, this rhythm is balanced and smooth. But when magnesium levels are low, calcium rushes into the cells unchecked, causing a state of hyperexcitability. This leads to an erratic, frantic rhythm, constricted arteries, and a heart that is literally overstimulated and stressed. Magnesium is the great relaxer. It calms the nervous system and relaxes the smooth muscles that line your artery walls, allowing them to widen, which immediately improves blood flow and lowers blood pressure. Gold standard research has demonstrated that consistent magnesium supplementation can lower blood pressure by as much as 15 points, and most impressively, reduce the risk of lethal sudden cardiac death by an incredible 41%. It is involved in over 300 essential enzymatic reactions in the body, from energy production to DNA repair, making its importance impossible to overstate. It's vital to choose a form your body can actually use. Avoid cheap magnesium oxide, which is poorly absorbed and mostly acts as a laxative. Instead, opt for highly bioavailable forms like magnesium glycinate, which is especially calming and great for sleep, magnesium malate, excellent for energy and muscle pain, or magnesium citrate. A daily dose of 300 to 600 milligrams is a great target, but it's wise to start low and go slow to allow your digestive system to adapt. Taking it in the evening is often recommended, as it can profoundly improve sleep quality, giving your heart the deep restorative rest it needs. Omega-3s, the good fats that cleanse and soothe your arteries. For decades, we were told that all fat was the enemy. We now know that nothing could be further from the truth. The right fats are not just beneficial, they are absolutely essential for a healthy heart, and omega-3 fatty acids are the undisputed kings. These remarkable fats act like a gentle, natural detergent, systemically cleansing your arteries and calming inflammation from the inside out. Their most profound benefit is their ability to powerfully resolve chronic inflammation, which is the smoldering fire that underlies nearly all modern cardiovascular disease. They are also incredibly effective at lowering triglycerides, a dangerous and often overlooked type of fat in the blood that, when elevated, can triple your risk of a heart attack. The two most potent and biologically active forms of omega-3, found primarily in cold water fatty fish, are EPA, eicosapentaenoic acid, and DHA, docosahexaenoic acid. Think of them as a specialized tag team. EPA is the anti-inflammatory and mood-balancing powerhouse, while DHA is the structural component, crucial for building healthy brain cells, retinas, and importantly, a strong, stable heart muscle. Together, these two miracle fats also work to make your blood less sticky by reducing platelet aggregation. This significantly thins the blood naturally, lowering the risk of a dangerous clot forming and causing a sudden blockage in the heart or brain. The data on longevity is truly compelling. Large-scale population studies involving over 40,000 people have shown that those with the highest blood levels and intake of omega-3s live, on average, 2.5 years longer, with a significantly lower risk of dying from heart-related causes. While eating wild-caught salmon, sardines, mackerel, and anchovies a few times a week is an excellent strategy, a high-quality supplement is often the most reliable way to achieve a truly therapeutic dose. It is critical to choose a brand that is third-party tested for purity and freshness to ensure it is free from heavy metals and is not oxidized, rancid. Look for a supplement that provides a combined total of at least 1,000 to 2,000 millimolograms of EPA and DHA daily. For vegetarians and vegans, oil derived from marine algae offers a potent and sustainable plant-based source of these life-extending fats. Vitamin B1, thiamine. The forgotten fuel your heart is begging for. Vitamin B1, also known as thiamine, is one of the most fundamental and tragically overlooked nutrients for raw heart power. It is the primary catalyst that allows your heart muscle to convert the carbohydrates and sugars you eat into the energy, ATP, it needs to beat. Without sufficient thiamine, your heart is like a high-performance V8 engine trying to run without a single drop of gasoline in the tank. A severe deficiency can lead to a devastating condition known as cardiac beriberi, where the heart becomes dangerously swollen, weak, and beats erratically, eventually leading to heart failure. While full-blown beriberi is rare in the developed world, subclinical thiamine deficiency is surprisingly common, especially among older adults, people with diabetes, and anyone taking diuretic medications, water pills, which cause this water-soluble vitamin to be flushed out of the body. The symptoms of a low-grade thiamine deficiency are often mistaken for normal aging: persistent fatigue, shortness of breath upon exertion, fluid retention in the legs and ankles, and a general feeling of weakness. Without adequate B1, your heart's ability to generate energy is crippled, forcing it to work much harder to pump blood throughout the body. The good news is that the heart responds to thiamine repletion with remarkable speed. Multiple studies have shown that in patients with congestive heart failure, supplementing with 100 to 200 micronodulars of B1 daily can lead to significant improvements in cardiac function and ejection fraction in just a few short weeks. For superior absorption, especially for those with digestive issues or diabetes, look for a fat-soluble form called benfotiamine. This enhanced version can penetrate cell membranes more easily, delivering the fuel directly to the mitochondria where it's needed most. A daily dose of 50 to 200 milligrams, preferably as part of a B complex to ensure all B vitamins are working in synergy, can feel like turning the power back on in your body's most vital engine. Vitamin B6, the master regulator of your heart's rhythm and purity. Vitamin B6 is a crucial, multi-talented vitamin that plays a pivotal role in maintaining both the purity of your blood vessels and the steady rhythm of your heartbeat. It works as part of a critical team, alongside vitamin B12 and folate, to control blood levels of a toxic amino acid byproduct called homocysteine. Think of homocysteine as microscopic shards of glass circulating in your bloodstream. When levels are elevated, this corrosive substance scrapes and damages the delicate endothelial lining of your arteries, triggering inflammation and creating sites for plaque to form. In fact, elevated homocysteine is now recognized as a major independent risk factor for cardiovascular disease, with high levels increasing the risk of a heart attack by up to 4 times. Vitamin B6 is a master biochemical filter, playing a key role in the enzymatic reactions that safely convert dangerous homocysteine into harmless substances, thus protecting your entire cardiovascular system from its damaging effects. Furthermore, vitamin B6 is absolutely essential for the creation of key neurotransmitters, the chemical messengers that regulate your heart's electrical signaling system. A deficiency can disrupt these precise signals, leading to an irregular, chaotic, or overly rapid heartbeat. It also plays a vital role in the formation of healthy hemoglobin, the protein in red blood cells that carries oxygen. Without enough B6, your body cannot transport oxygen efficiently, which places a heavy strain on your heart, forcing it to work overtime to meet the body's demands. Compelling research shows that people with adequate blood levels of vitamin B6 have at least a 30% lower risk of developing heart disease. Menopausal women are especially vulnerable to B6 deficiency, as hormonal changes can increase the body's demand for this vital nutrient. A therapeutic dose typically ranges from 25 to 100 milligrams per day, ideally in its active form, pyridoxal 5-phosphate P5P, for maximum benefit. The power duo, vitamin D3 and K2, the master key to a calcification-free heart. We have arrived at the grand finale, the most powerful and synergistic combination of nutrients that can fundamentally revolutionize your long-term heart health. If there is one secret you take away today, let it be this one. The powerful partnership between vitamin D3 and vitamin K2 is the master key to unlocking a future with strong bones and clean, flexible arteries. While each of these vitamins is beneficial on its own, when taken together, they create a biological synergy so powerful it can transform your cardiovascular destiny. Vitamin D3, often called the sunshine vitamin, is, in reality, a potent steroid hormone that controls the expression of over 3,000 genes in your body, including a vast number that regulate blood pressure, inflammation, and immune function. It's no surprise that dozens of studies show people with low vitamin D levels have doubled the risk of suffering a heart attack, stroke, or heart failure. But here is the critical, life-altering secret that most people, and frankly, many doctors, still do not fully understand. Taking high doses of vitamin D3 by itself can be incomplete and potentially dangerous over the long term. D3 does a fantastic job of dramatically increasing calcium absorption from your diet. However, D3 is like a freight truck that unloads massive amounts of calcium into your bloodstream but has no GPS. It doesn't tell that calcium where it needs to go. Without proper guidance, this excess calcium can be deposited in the soft tissues of your body, including your artery walls, heart valves, and kidneys, causing them to harden and calcify like stone pipes. This is the calcium paradox, and it is where vitamin K2 performs its miraculous function. Vitamin K2 is the GPS. It acts as the intelligent traffic cop for calcium. It does this by activating 2 key proteins, osteocalcin, which drives calcium into your bones and teeth, and matrix GLA protein, MGP, which actively seeks out, binds to, and removes calcium deposits from your arteries and other soft tissues. The landmark Rotterdam study, which followed over 4,800 people for a decade, found that those with the highest intake of vitamin K2 had a breathtaking 57% lower risk of dying from heart disease and 52% less severe arterial calcification. The ideal heart protective partnership is a daily dose of around 2,000 to 5,000 IU of D3, get your levels tested to be sure, combined with at least 100 to 200 micrograms of vitamin K2, specifically in the long-lasting MK7 form. This dynamic duo is the single most important step you can take to ensure calcium ends up in your skeleton, not your arteries, keeping them flexible and youthful for decades to come. Your heart has been your most loyal and tireless companion, beating faithfully for you, day in and day out, since before you were born. Now is the time to repay that unwavering dedication with intelligent, proactive care. These 8 nutrients are not merely supplements. They are profound and powerful tools of biological transformation. Whether it's the CoQ10 that reignites your cellular engines, the magnesium that soothes an anxious heartbeat, or the D3 and K2 duo that shields your arteries from the ravages of calcification, each one holds a key to adding not just years to your life, but more importantly, more life to your years. And the best part is, it is never ever too late to start. Choose one or two of these powerhouses to begin your journey today. As always, consult with a trusted, forward-thinking healthcare professional to create a personalized plan. Every beat of your heart is a precious gift, an opportunity to live with more energy, more quality, and more joy. The choice to protect that gift is now in your hands, and your future self will be eternally grateful.